Can't find the black paint. I should wear glasses. Where is it? Hello. Dzień dobry. Yay. Hi, Silver. Starting to worry that my laptop will not survive the streaming. I didn't bring a charger for the laptop, for the MacBooks specifically. Maybe USB-C will be enough. Shit. Hello, camera. It's working. Cool. I got frozen. Back. I'm back. Okay. I think charging a bit. Anyway, what do I want to do? Um, those still look a bit flat, and as well as this one. And I think I have to render this one a little bit better because it looks, I mean, I just need it a little bit rendered. And this can be like more loosely painted. And this one I think as well, or maybe no, but for sure I want them rendered a little bit, not too much, because I kind of just want the impression of them to some extent, not just not like literally painted. I made that mistake last time when I was painting the gate, and I had to cover one element, and it still waits to be repainted. Sorry, I cannot just cover entire camera myself. Still waits to be repainted with like just a little touch of paint of brush, not like painted in every detail. Um, this water under it looks a bit too bright, and I think it should be something like this. Something like this, maybe even darker. Like, because there's one. You don't see the reference. Maybe that's something I should be displaying on the screen. Hi, Sylvek. I see you in the chat. Okay. I think it's a bit better. I don't know what's going on here. Going on here. This should be still brighter, right? This should be darker as it is. My god, there's so many elements. I lose it. But it got better. Okay, now this goes into water around this part. Okay. Now this will be lighter in here. What's the shadow of it? I think it's like I think it's I think it's this in the light, which is something that is already on the painting, and then we have something lighter in here, but it's a little bit darker, like something like that here. Yep, and like a little bit of a shadow. Shadow has to be like in the middle. I could also show a palette that would be like a stream of Sentry. So I really hope the music is not too loud because I will get copyrighted. But my super new microphone should isolate most of it. I will see next time. Okay, something like this, right? And then there is a little darker moment in there. It's like this with okay, I interpreted different. That's fine. Like we have to just make this part darker. Oh, okay. And you are kind of picking out. Good. There is a lot more things in here. And this cannot be this sharp for sure. Okay, and there's dark parts in here, right? And just a little bit in here. Cool. As well as this one, I think should you need some darker tones in here. Just mix it. There is this difference between those, but it's not so intense as I have it on the painting. And it should go lower. And then it kind of spills a little bit in here, and I need it still darker. What what happened? I did it? Do I cover entire screen with myself? No. Okay. And in general, this whole surface, well, it's water, so it needs some variation when it comes to lights. It cannot be just flat. I don't know if it's a detail that I want to include. Um, Let me just put those things to the back. Oh, it's just kind of mixes with the medium that I put on the surface. Okay. Cool. It's like in here. Fine. I will just put this a little bit to the back. Like maybe this. I have put too much oil on it, and it's a bit too much. Okay. I think I could need a little definition here. Here. Okay. like more or less. Want to correct the like the white color that kind of spilled in here. Okay. Shit. That wasn't my intention. Yeah, that's actually dark. Darker but brighter. Darker but brighter. That's what I wanted to say. Okay. Looks like this. Okay. And the water. Oh no, white. There's also some white parts in here. I don't need them. Correct that. Like this parts. Good with me, so gravity, so good. Now the water of it all. Because I have underpainting in there, and I kind of want that light because it's reflected, and it's like with those grays, I have my reflected light. Like shown. Baby in the backseat, say you love, say you love, say you love me. Okay, maybe a little more. this goes somehow like this. It's weird because on stream I cannot sing. I mean, I could, but I can't reveal so many of my talents. Okay, and that goes like in here, the root, and those are like just I don't know how to say it, the fractions in the water. So there's many of them. It somehow has to land with the reflected light in the bottom, I think. And it has to be also like darker in here, but there's also a little bit of reflected light. So yeah. Okay, it looks more connected now. Let me just check the brightness of it, because I think this and this part is just a little too dark. It should be a little bit brighter. By the way, did you know that the guy from Stranger Things, the one with beautiful hair, oh my god, I forgot his name. The one that was in love with Nancy and had one of the children as a friend. Anyway, he sings. I mean, many people from the cast of Stranger Things sings. Funny, it's so funny. I think it's still a bit dark. Bring it up. think the only thing that it's kind of out of um, out of its brightness is this part. Okay. Oh, now it's more put together. And I lost a little bit of that reflected light, that's true. And I don't know, is that good? Maybe I feel like it should be just half of it. Like this. Okay, okay, okay. It's quite okay. Not those parts. I don't know. This light is too much. Cannot be this intense. It should be more like this. Okay. This moment, it's too similar somehow. This should be darker. It is brighter, closer to the light. Like this one is closer to the light, so kind of looks like this one has to come out of water. Has to be darker, not like this. And then this should be like this. Okay, that's a little better. Now, this one and this one, very similar again. Which one is brighter? Quite similar when it comes to brightness. They're different when it comes to the warmth of the color, but regardless, I will just, for some reason, this one is darker. It's like darker till this point, and then becomes a little bit lighter in here, a little. It will feel good. And then there's a little bit of shadow here. The other one. And a little bit more light. Shit. Like this, just this tiny bit of light. Yep. And the same in here. It's like just a little. Everybody's free. I don't wake up Monday morning. Okay, a bit better. And I think this one has a little bit weird shape, and it's not supposed to look like this. Let me just define it a little. Cool. So I have a beverage in a can, but I cannot tell what it is because this program, I think, is also for the babies. I mean, for non-adults. But I cannot also stay too long today because I have work tomorrow, but fine. I will have the energy. I think this one has to go to the shadow, and just I recently realized that I don't really have to talk that much. I mean, it would be nice, right? Like the stream would be more interesting, I presume. But I sometimes I'm just too focused, and that's okay. Also, it's okay to play a game and be focused on a game. I can be one of those boring streamers, low energy ones. Just like this. There is another one in here that kind of defines the, the second one, so it has to come forth. But it has to be quite dark. Wait, what I'm doing? Ah, okay. This is too dark. Was the cover. Oh no. There's like something. School. We could also add this line. Just little variation. And then this is still too, I think it's too bright on this part. Okay, and then this cannot be like this because it comes forward too much. Go back, go back. There is definitely a little bit more of that definition in here. Okay. Good. Now we have to do something with you because you look flat. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, even though I know I'm not, but focusing on such a detail was always a little frowned upon in school. Maybe I just carried that from high school. Okay. I think we are almost over with this. Like the inside look very much together. Sorry. I do have an issue with this part because this for sure, like one of the roots, they are coming down here, and as much as they are getting distorted by the water, I don't think it should be just cut. they're still there. So it should be more like this. And then it kind of goes somewhere in here. So we can have like this connection. And this can be distorted, no problem. But it's there, and that's important. And the darker parts we can paint in. Okay, this has to go into the water a little bit, and this has to go up. I also have this thing. It's gonna be a little bit personal moment about issues with my head. I really don't know if the music is hearable, but perfect moment. Anyway, I have this thing that I'm constantly checking if I remember everything because, well, I have ADHD and it used to be kind of usual for me to lose the touch with the idea. Like it was just suddenly either not there or like not interesting at all. So I was really worried all the time that I suddenly will lose interest in what I'm doing. It's scary. And since I'm taking meds, it's not really, it's less of an issue, but the mechanism still stayed. And I'm trying to maybe not notice anymore, but I do notice it sometimes, and just I'm trying to just let go of it. But well, it's not that easy because it was part of my life for a very long time, and suddenly now I remember things much better. It's easier. And that's just white. That's not, that's not good. Although from a distance, being cool. Now I think it will need like more defining, especially those ones that I want to keep in focus. I don't know how loud I am with the music. I hope everyone, like, nobody's sad about it, angry with me. That's what I wanted to say. Um, because this has to be sharper, and this also has to be a little bit sharper, because I need those focal points in my composition. They cannot be equally white, obviously, because they are lit differently. So this will have to be like, I think, a little bit, no, mixed. Yeah, and I don't think I will like continue this part today. I will let it dry, and then the last thing I'm gonna do with those will be just bringing out contrasts of those few ones. Yeah, something like that. It's been too right. Yeah, and this one can go to the back. That's not an issue. This could be, yeah, like smooshed a little. That's fun. This has to be darker, and I think this white looks just like a mistake. So I'm just going to. We have to overpaint it later. It's fine. And this guy cannot like go out of nowhere. Okay. Certainly, there needs to be a nuance with the color, like the warmth here and here, but we can get into it next time. And here, everything is okay. Let's say, I think there should be like light a little bit, and it is okay. Do I have time for the background? A little bit. Okay. Okay. Let's see the background. Looking, and I'm not content with some things. Wait, before we go to the background, let's just finish what we started, because I need a little bit of light here. something like this. And this, okay, and maybe even just this is where this root is coming from, and now I can bring it a little bit under the water like this. I need that shadow. Okay, kinda what I wanted. Another fun, there is a little bit of white in places where it shouldn't be. Here, for example. Probably I will have to correct that when it dries. Yeah, let's just, if I'm leaving something to dry later, let's just define it. But yeah, and this was and it is a bit awkward, this part. So maybe, but there is something going on with the light in this place, and I don't really want to like still need to paint the color and the light and black and whites. So here is some lighter tones here. And then this whole thing goes under the water around here. So it has to be like this. Okay. Okay, this looks a little bit like soap. I don't like that. It doesn't have the luminance I need. I think that's the word. This was better. And okay. Fucking white again. Anyway, I just wanted to blend that shadow because it looked a little bit it looked a little bit out of place. Then this is a little darker. Okay, that's better. And then let's bring the blacks a little bit here. Okay, and I see that this also has just a little bit of that. Okay, for now this will stay. I want to dry to later work with it, and I will take care now of the background and and yeah, this should be tighter, but it's about canvas. Oh, sorry. Okay, my phone still is working, and this is also working. Cool. Now we have all of this. Now the background. So I have to put an, a layer of medium on it. So it kind of shines. It reflects light evenly throughout the painting. Last time when I was doing this, I was wondering if I didn't put it too dark, because I have some tiles in the back, and I want them quite visible in, you know, and still in the bag, but visible. Okay, I will just take the excess with the with another brush, just so it doesn't like droop. Because that's just too much. Okay. Mm, it's there. Maybe it's a little bit too dark. It's okay. I think if I will bring the creases between tiles, this will work. For sure, dark parts are almost entirely dark. When I'm standing like this, do I cover a camera? No. Yeah, the blacks are almost like fully there. When it comes to tone of that, because on my reference I have it a little bit colder, not colder but like grayer, not so greenish. And I'm thinking if I should put red on it. Will it bring it back? Should be orange. I have a very bright orange. But I have burnt sienna, which is transparent and low saturation. That could work. Now I'm a little bit off screen, but I have a canvas that I don't use, and I use it as a palette for this kind of purposes. Okay. See. This is actually more or less what I wanted. Let's put it in. So here. There's a bit too much. Here is a bit better. Okay. And there's a little bit of excess in here. Quite cool. Cannot have like this dark outline. So here as well. also this can be like this. Okay, this is still on the background. Sure. We'll probably see how it looks when the rest of the painting will be in the right color. Right now, this whole thing is very warm, and it what? It influences how the color is perceived in the back. Yes. Okay. Let's leave it like this. Now the tiles. They are just dark lines. There is some like color change around these parts. No, like they are darker. So they could be like right away. Yes. Okay. Now, if that's supposed to be a dark, I will need, I think just straight up, like a cyan or something. What is the medium? this line should be a little thinner. Little thinner. Tending to be British now. Kippity boop. Okay, this is not true. This is almost not visible. Okay, and this, 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 and this. There's probably another one around here, but it's almost invisible. So we're just gonna send that in, and this as well, and this. That's supposed to be this thick. Take the layer off. And add a little bit of that burned umber. Right, I'm like, because each of them are kind of separate. I think I also need to emphasize that with like the brush stroke. Here. And so it actually looks like a tile and not like a flat space cut with the, you know, that someone drew line on it. It's not what we want, and that is not what we need. Yeah, I like that a bit better. They're kind of fluffy now, though. I think I need a straight line. Kind of correcting this a little bit because as much as I want them to be a little bit three-dimensional, I don't want them to be like bulky. So the line has to be just a little bit straighter in some parts. Okay, I think good. I think we just need to, those crossings, those are need to be a little bit corrected. I have to admit that right now I am so much in the flow that I don't know if I'm speaking too quietly. Probably. I will have to correct the mic later. And now, theoretically, those parts are invisible. When it comes to, I can't differentiate between the background and the tile. I think, you know what, maybe I'll just leave it. Okay, I think that's it for the background. Or do I see any more bulkiness? We don't want to be here and there, because it's also in the direction of the brush stroke. Not only in like lines. Cool. By the way, I have prepared a little presentation for an artist, musical guest, and I think maybe next time I will be in the studio. Maybe I will present it. I think my audio is a little bit too quiet. I think like this will be better. I speak quiet, so it should be a little bit louder. I don't even know if it's visible on the camera. Kinda is. A little bit. A little bit. Okay, and I think today also this part. For this I kind of didn't have heart today for this, but that's fine. I think I just need this etiquette to be in the right brightness so I can continue later with it. Oh my god, it's almost 11. By the way, my studio mate burned herself today with I don't know with what. I forgot. But it was quite serious and I feel sorry for her. Okay, so for this I need it has to be brighter. Brighter than this parts, not as bright as this parts. Yeah, and I also needed quite. Let me mix that a little bit more, but I also kind of need that much sharper than it is now. Because right now it's quite like puffy looking. And I need it to be very, very squarish. Because after all, this is an etiquette. Where's my medium? I feel like it doesn't it doesn't lay right. Uh, this angle is just not it's not right. And it's too wide. It should goes to this point. And then this is fine. And this should be more like so. Wait, I can make it a little bit bigger. Oh no, maybe like this. Oh shit! Sorry, I'm being sorry. This is my channel, and I can cover the whole painting with my head if I want. Shit! Again, did I scratch that? No, just paint. Yeah, the angle is more like this, and then the darker part also has to have the same angle, which goes from now I'm just kind of drawing the right angle. Oh shit. I like the texture of it. Would like to be a little bit more thinner. Also, I realized that for my music stuff, I realized that even though I created this channel for myself, I kind of um, was pushing on myself the narrative that mm, that I have to know the purpose for others for this, because this is how you do it in when you apply for grants, when you market something, to find the need. And also I kind of felt like I need mm, I need to know what I'm giving to people. Like maybe I don't know, maybe it was for ensuring success, something like this. I don't know. But I realized that, well, I cannot skip souls. Use like cannot skip steps if I feel uncomfortable or like um, worried, something like this while doing it. Pretending that I'm not. It's not a way to actually not be. And you can always fake it till you make it, but I think I was trying to make it too much of a show. And I kind of have to let this thing happen. Who knows? Who knows what it will be? For me, it looks bigger than the reference. Still, like this part. And then this darker part should be max like this. Shit. Also, it was bothering me till this moment that I cannot play music and stream. I have to have headphones, which I don't always feel like having them because I like to have this sense of space around me and not close myself. And I couldn't do it before. Now I think I can, thanks to my beautiful new mic, my new toy. I know where I should look here. Okay, and now I have to be careful of stuff like this, because this is a similar problem that happened in my previous painting, which is I don't have like a vision for how to paint this kind of surfaces. I wanted, yeah, I wanted the hard edges. I want them. They cannot. Uh, they cannot like cut themselves from the painting. They cannot be separate. They have to be blended a little, at least in my vision. Realized that I also undermine the very much valid terms like vision, image, blah blah blah, just because it's so overused in corporate and I'm so sick of it. Those are words that I actually kind of I need them to talk about what I'm doing. Okay, now it lays more, more on the table. That's good. That is good. Okay, so I think I will have to finish soon. But even though recently I'm much better at remembering stuff, I have to. I don't want to judge a painting right now. This makes no sense. It's late, but I want to look at it and kind of note to myself what I want to do with it later, what it's missing. And right now, I think it's missing the definition, like a focus points in the, sorry, in the roots. So 1, 2, 3, I think 4. Those places with the light, those will have to be sharper, because right now they are like blurred. That's fine, but the drawing of it, similar to those places, it has to be sometimes more blurry and sometimes a little bit sharper. So that's what I want to do. For sure, I want to finish this little thing. So it looks like it's supposed to be looking. Because right now I kind of fucked up the perspective. There should be more of this here. Oh, okay, it looks better. So that's it. Good. And um, and yeah, and I think that will be all. Maybe just a little bit, little touches here and here. And then I will come with the color. And I see I smudged some white paint in here, which we don't want. We don't want it all. Let me just cover it with medium so I know what's going on. Okay, and more of the burnt umber. Umber. Okay, like this. And like this has to go there. Okay, and I think that painting is going into really nice direction. I'm kind of worried about those very deep places, because that's it's not that black as this black, of course, but it's still very deep, and I don't know how it will work, and I will be putting color on it. Also, this will be something to consider, this part, because on my reference there is more like detail. This is like a separate glaze, different stuff, so maybe this will have to change. That's it. I really like how it looks. Maybe a little texture also on these parts. Yeah, I don't know. I like how it goes. I feel sorry that I don't have always so much time to paint it, but still. Okay, thank you so much for sticking out with me. If you did, I don't know if someone was visiting or not. Thank you, Sylvek, for joining me. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.